In other story, parenthood is known as a common possession and common value of all human beings. In some ramifications, it has its challenges. Meanwhile, Global Day of Parents is a time to promote principles of good parenting worldwide and to recognize the vital role played by both parents in caring for their children. For details on this, our correspondent, Abosede Akomu, reports.
Being a parent is one of the most universal experiences, although it has its challenges and complications resulting from pregnancy and long before kids are even born. The major and basic purpose of Global Parents Day is to accept the sacrifices and affections of parents towards children. In 2012, the UN General Assembly declared the first ever Global Day of Parents as a day to honor parents across the world.
It is a very, very essential thing in which uh, we, we take care of our children to grow and to be useful to the society. Taking care of them in different aspects, uh, in their schooling, education, shelter, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of things that is expected from parents to their children. Parents are there to take care of the children for their education, shelter, for morally to train them to be useful to the society, to be useful for themselves, and be useful to the entire.
Parents are the first teachers and human interaction that children is exposed to. Parents lay the foundation for children and nurture as well as equip them with the skills that are necessary throughout life. Parents also make countless selfless sacrifices to ensure their growth.
Yes, parents are meant to make sacrifices for their children because even right from childbirth is a sacrifice. For a woman to carry a child, in her womb for 9 months is a sacrifice. Giving birth to a child is a sacrifice. When the child is given birth to, the father will have to make a lot of sacrifices for such a child, by providing for the feeding, for the education, the way they nurture the child. So there are a lot of things that is involved in parenting. Parenting is sacrificial. So it's not something that someone will just wait. And but balancing parenting and discipline is very, very essential because when you look at our society these days, there are some parents that they don't train their children, and that's why you see a lot of them going into drugs, going into sexual things. So we, as a parent, we must let them know, we must train them in a way that will be useful to themselves and to the society. So discipline is very, very essential.
Studies have revealed that trauma and emotional wounds sustained by a child greatly hinder their development and outlook on life and are an overall barrier to achieving sustainable development goals in the society. It may not seem much at face value, but parenting has an impact on economic prosperity and social development.
It affects the society positively in the sense that when you see some children that are well brought up, they have good parents, they are able to make them to have confidence in themselves, they are able to face challenges, they are able to do things that other of their mates or their counterparts can't do because of the courage and confidence they have imbibed in them.
However, it is essential for a child to grow up in an unhealthy environment with healthy boundaries, with the parents being best role models for that. Parents should note that creating a better society requires good parenting efforts. Abosede Akomu, reporting for KAFTAN TV.